Welcome to MindBlend. Have you ever felt tired, even after a full night's sleep? Emotional exhaustion is more than stress. It's your mind and heart running on empty. Today, we'll break down 10 signs you're emotionally drained and how to reclaim your energy. This isn't a personal failing, it's a real human response to being overextended. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward feeling like yourself again. Let's dive in and start the journey back to well-being. The first sign is a deep fatigue that sleep can't fix. You might think that a good night's sleep would solve everything, but you wake up feeling just as tired as when you went to bed. This kind of exhaustion is more than just physical, it's a sign that something deeper is at play. You wake up after a full night's rest still feeling exhausted, like you've run a marathon in your sleep. Your body feels heavy, and your mind is foggy. It's as if the rest you got wasn't restorative at all, leaving you to drag yourself through the day. Emotional labor drains your energy, just like physical work. The constant juggling of responsibilities, whether at work or at home, takes a toll on your mental and emotional well-being. This invisible labor can be just as exhausting as any physical task, if not more so. When your mind is constantly processing stress, your body feels it too. Anxiety and worry can keep you up at night, making it hard to get the restful sleep you need. Even if you do manage to sleep, the quality of that sleep is often poor, leaving you feeling drained. Even simple tasks feel overwhelming, as if you're running on 1% battery. Your ability to focus and complete everyday activities diminishes, making everything seem like a monumental effort. This isn't just in your head, it's your body's way of signaling that it's running on empty. This isn't laziness, it's your nervous system asking for a different kind of rest. Your body and mind are crying out for a break from the constant stress and emotional strain. It's a signal that you need to take care of yourself in a more holistic way. If you're always tired, despite sleeping well, consider the emotional weight you're carrying. Reflect on the stressors in your life and how they might be affecting your overall well-being. Sometimes the heaviest burdens are the ones we can't see. Acknowledge the connection between your mind and body. Understanding that your emotional state can impact your physical health is the first step toward finding relief. Take time to check in with yourself and recognize what you're feeling. It's not about more sleep, but less emotional strain. Finding ways to reduce stress and manage your emotional health can be just as important as getting enough rest. Activities like meditation, deep breathing, and spending time in nature can help alleviate some of the emotional burdens you're carrying. Your energy tank is empty, and it's time to refill. Prioritize self-care and find activities that rejuvenate you. Remember, taking care of your emotional health is just as crucial as taking care of your physical health. Only then can you start to feel truly rested and recharged. The second sign is withdrawing from people. You might notice yourself pulling back from social situations, even ones you used to enjoy. Maybe you find yourself making excuses to stay home, or you feel a sense of dread when your phone rings. This isn't just about wanting some alone time, it's a deeper urge to disconnect, even from those you care about. You might ignore calls, dodge plans, or feel relief when things get canceled. Sometimes you might even hope for a last-minute excuse to avoid commitments. The thought of small talk or group gatherings can feel overwhelming, and you may find yourself hesitating before responding to messages, or not responding at all. Socializing feels like a chore, not a joy. Even when you do show up, you might feel disconnected or like you're just going through the motions. Smiling and chatting can take more effort than usual, and you may feel like you're wearing a mask just to get through the event. This is your mind's way of protecting what little energy you have left. When you're emotionally or mentally drained, your brain tries to conserve energy by cutting out anything that feels extra, including social interaction. It's a natural response, even if it feels uncomfortable. It's not about being antisocial, it's self-preservation. Your body and mind are signaling that you need a break, and sometimes that means stepping back from others for a while. This space can feel both peaceful and isolating at the same time. You're not pushing people away because you don't care, but because you're running on empty. It's hard to give energy you simply don't have. You might want to reach out, but the thought of conversation feels exhausting, so you stay silent instead. This can lead to guilt and loneliness, but it's a signal, not a flaw. You might worry that you're letting people down, or that you're becoming distant, but remember, this is your mind's way of asking for help and rest. Notice if you're choosing solitude to escape, not to recharge. There's a difference between healthy alone time and isolating yourself because you feel overwhelmed or hopeless. Pay attention to what your solitude feels like. Does it bring relief? or does it deepen your exhaustion? Treat yourself with compassion as you navigate this. Remind yourself that needing space is okay, and that reaching out for support when you're ready is a sign of strength, not weakness. You're not alone in feeling this way, and things can get better with time and care. The third sign, small problems feel huge. A broken dish or missed bus can trigger panic or tears. Your brain's problem-solving center is depleted, so minor issues feel like crises. The emotional part of your brain takes over, blowing things out of proportion. It's not that life's challenges are bigger, your capacity to handle them is smaller. If you're overwhelmed by little things, it's a sign your system needs relief. Focus on reducing your overall load, not just toughening up. The fourth sign is a short fuse. You snap at loved ones or get irritated by small annoyances. Patience requires energy and emotional regulation, resources you're low on. When you're drained, your brain can't pause before reacting. It's not about being an angry person, it's about depleted reserves. Notice your irritability as a distress signal, not a character flaw. Your mind is saying, I need a break. Create space and reduce demands on yourself. Give yourself permission to step back and recharge. The fifth sign is feeling numb to good things. This means that even when something positive happens, you find it hard to muster any excitement or joy. Achievements or happy news barely register. You might get a promotion at work or hear that a friend is getting married, but it feels like just another piece of information rather than something to celebrate. This emotional numbness is your mind's way of conserving energy. When you're mentally and emotionally drained, your brain tries to protect you by shutting down your emotional responses. When you're drained, even joy feels out of reach. It's like your emotional bandwidth is so limited that there's no room for happiness. Your brain turns down all emotions, not just the negative ones. This can make you feel disconnected from the world around you, as if you're just going through the motions. You might feel guilty for not sharing in others' happiness, but it's not your fault. This is a natural response to being overwhelmed and exhausted. This isn't permanent, it's a symptom of exhaustion. Your emotional numbness is a sign that you need to take a step back and focus on your well-being. Focus on rest and self-compassion, not forcing yourself to feel joy. Give yourself permission to take it easy and engage in activities that help you recharge. With time and care, your capacity for happiness will return. It's important to be patient with yourself and recognize that healing is a gradual process. Let yourself heal at your own pace. Trust that by taking care of yourself, you will eventually feel joy and excitement again. The sixth sign is lost motivation. Even simple tasks feel impossible to start. This isn't laziness, it's your brain's reward system running low. When you're emotionally drained, the effort feels huge and the reward feels small. Hobbies and goals lose their appeal and self-care feels like work. This can spiral into more stress and less motivation. The solution isn't to push harder, but to replenish your energy. Start small and focus on gentle recharging. Motivation returns as your emotional reserves rebuild. The seventh sign, feeling constantly on edge. You're jumpy, anxious, and easily startled, even in safe places. Your nervous system is stuck in fight-or-flight mode from chronic stress. Minor annoyances feel like threats, and your body is always tense. This state is exhausting and affects both mind and body. It's not something you can just think away. Calming practices like deep breathing or time in nature can help. Recognize this as a physiological response, not a personal failing. Gently guide your system back to safety and rest. The eighth sign, restless sleep even when you're exhausted. You struggle to fall or stay asleep and wake up unrefreshed. Stress hormones keep your mind wired at night. Your brain can't power down, replaying worries and to-dos. Poor sleep worsens emotional exhaustion, creating a vicious cycle. The goal isn't just more sleep, but calming your stress response. A soothing bedtime routine can help signal safety to your mind. Prioritize rest as a foundation for recovery. The ninth sign, forgetfulness and brain fog. You misplace things, forget details, and struggle to focus. Emotional exhaustion overloads your brain's working memory. Stress takes up mental space, leaving less for everyday tasks. High stress hormones can even affect memory formation. Your brain is prioritizing survival over details. Be kind to yourself. This is a sign to reduce emotional strain. As you recover, your clarity will return. The 10th sign, you don't feel like yourself. Your humor, passions, and optimism feel distant. It's a deep sense of disconnection, as if you're just a shell. This is the result of prolonged emotional depletion. Your true self is still there, just hidden by exhaustion. This feeling is temporary, a symptom, not your identity. Recognize it as a sign to care for yourself, not a reason to despair. With rest and support, your spark will return. You are still in there. Recognizing these signs is a powerful act of self-awareness. Healing isn't about quick fixes, but small, compassionate choices each day. Set boundaries, prioritize rest, and reconnect with what brings you peace. Reach out to friends, family, or professionals. You're not alone. Your well-being matters more than any obligation. If this resonated, share your experience below and support each other. Thanks for watching. Take care of your mind.